morning, friends. So today we are going to discuss about the leadership. As we have discussed in the previous session, so in this session we will repeat again that everyone wants to become a leader, how to become a leader. Just wait a minute. Okay, I hope you are able to see my screen. So myself, Ravinder Singh Chauhan from company A to Z Solution and Way to Success. I have a 20 plus year of experience into the training and development, QMS, NABL, BS, and other consulting services. This is my contact details and email ID. We are operating from the Noida. So today's topic is leadership. So today we will learn about the leadership, how we can raise the level of the production workshop, means our soft floor, and promote human resource development. So these are the contents which we are going to discuss today. And the first question which we come out in our mind, that is the leader, leader, leader. First, we have to understand what is the meaning of the leaders. As you know that everyone is a member. Everyone who is working in any of the organization or any of the position, first they are the members. So what is the meaning of the members? The member means the person who is executing or conducting the assigned work with the responsibility. As you all know that whenever we are going at our work, out at our company or any, if you are entrepreneur, you are going to your office or your business, you are working as a member first. So it means that you are executing or conducting the assigned work with the responsibilities. So from these members, we need leaders. Yeah, the person who got promoted from the members and become the leaders. So what is the difference between the members and the leaders? The members, the person who is executing and conducting the assigned work with the responsibilities, मीन्स जो भी आपने उसको काम दिया वो उस काम को करता है with responsibilities. Then what is the leader? Leader is a person who is having a duties as a leader, who has to manage all the team members and ensure that work has been delivered. So as you can see in the right side, we have put one pictures of Indian cricket team. So you can see all the players are there. These are the members, and out of these members, one person is elected as a leader, means captain. So the members evolves or develop as a leader. So if we want to become a leaders, then we have to evolve ourselves. So let's take another example of the manufacturing industry. As you can see in the manufacturing industries, there is a lots of manufacturing lines. So in this slide, we have shown about the two manufacturing lines, line 1 and line 2. In line 1, there is a 4 operators. In line 2, there is a 3 operators. So these operators are the members who are working on the machine, who are working the assigned job with the responsibilities. Means somebody is assigned to run one lathe machine, somebody has assigned to work one VMC, somebody has assigned to run one assembly line, assembly machine. So whatever work which we are assigning to the members, that is their job role. So like these 4 operators in the line 1 is the members, and the 3 operators in the line 2 are the members. So these members are getting monitored or supervised by the leaders, who is ensuring that these members can deliver the desired results. So the supervisor is the first level of leader into the manufacturing organization. These supervisors also are members for the VSM or area leaders. Means if one VSM or one area is having a 10 lines, so there will be a, like 10 supervisors for each line. one supervisor. So in that case, those supervisors will become the members for the VSM, and the leader of VSM will become a second level of leaders. So, like in the manufacturing industry or production, you can see there will be a different level of leaders. But the first level of leaders are the supervisors, and after that, there is many levels are there who is where the leaders are working. So, the first level of members are the operators who are directly working on the machine, who are executing the daily activities which is defined. Now, what is the leadership? So, the definition of leadership is very clear. The process of social influence to organize a group of people and to support members to proceed in the correct direction. क्या मतलब है इसका? The process of social influence, the socially influence करना to organize a group of peoples, either four peoples, five peoples in your line, to support member to proceed in the correct direction. To support members to proceed in the correct direction on ऑन मोटिव मीन्स हर एक ऑपरेटर का एक अलग अलग मोटिव होगा, हर एक ऑपरेटर का एक अलग अलग टास्क होगा, हर एक मेंबर का अलग अलग टास्क होगा, एंड टू अचीव अ कॉमन गोल. बट जो गोल होगा फॉर दैट पर्टिकुलर लाइन, particular area, that will be common goal. So if we can do that, then we can define it as a leadership. So leaders, what should leader should have? The leader should have power of influence or instruction ability, ability to lead others. Depending on the each leader, there are a various kind of characteristics are there. So we can image of a leader means the person who leads in an organization, like wherever or any of organization where you are working, you can imagine that to whom you feels that he is a real leaders, he is your ideal leaders. Similarly, like the president, the manager of a company, the delegates of a country, coach of a football teams, as we seen that captain of the cricket team, all these are the leaders. So we have to build the image that why we are calling them as a leader. So if they are the leaders, then definitely they will have some special characteristics. So what kind of characteristics they have? What kind of characteristics we are lacking? So if we want to become a leaders, first we have to image the leaders in our domains. First we have to identify the ideal leaders in our domains, and then we have to see that what kind of characteristics he is having, so that I am presuming that he is really leader, but I am not. So then we have to see where we are lacking. So here are the few qualities which are mentioned for the leader characteristics. Mostly these are the soft skills, and few are the human traits also. So which characteristics do you have? We have to identify. Take the leadership in a way you can do and lead your work site. So first, to understand these characteristics of a leaders, how we can obtain these characteristics. So generally, three kind of ways are there, which we talks about. One is the talent, one is the attitude, and ability. I hope you all have heard about these three words. So, what is the talent? What is the attitude? What is the ability? What is the difference in all these three? The talent is a natural. The talent is a gifted, while the attitude is a mindset that drives the efforts required for the development, a settled way of thinking, while the ability is acquired through the learning, practice, and the experience. So basically, if we want to develop any characteristics, or if we are already having some characteristics which we can say that we are expert into this, in that case, either it's our talent, or it's our attitude, or it's ability, or it's a combination of all three. So talent cannot be developed. Talents comes from the birth. Attitude can be developed, it's changeable. So the people who does not have a positive attitude, the people who are having a negative attitude, if they will work upon on their attitude aspect, they can develop it is from negative to positive attitude. And the abilities also can be developed through the consistent effort and the training and the practice. So let's talk about some examples of the characteristics obtained through by these three means. So we have taken an example of the cricket because most of the you people are familiar with the crickets. So there is a lots of batsmen which we talk about that these are having a great talents like Rohit Sharma, like Brian Lara, like Sachin Tendulkar, like Virat Kohli, Vinod Kambli. So basically, if we will talk about their traits, then we can define that like Rohit Sharma is having around whatever he has achieved in his life in the cricket, he's obtained these characteristics from the talent. So he's having around 60% of the talent. Similarly, like Brian Lara, Sachin Tendulkar, Vinod Kambli. So the talent alone cannot achieve the success. As we can see the few examples also, like below Vinod Kambli, he's also having a good talents like Sachin Tendulkar, Brian Lara, and Rohit Sharma. But he was not able to become a successful cricketer because of his attitude and the ability. It does not mean that if you don't have a talent, you can't become a whatever you want to become. So there is a lot of examples available in the cricket itself, like Virat Kohli. He's having a talent is an abnormal talent, which so many people are having. But because of his high level of attitude, because of his high level of dedication, passion, and the relentless work ethics, he became the pioneer into the cricket. Similarly, if you are not having the born talent, then you should have to work for the attitude and the ability. Like the other examples, like MS Dhoni, who has worked on the his positive attitude and practiced consistent efforts, and then he become a successful Indian leaders, the Indian captain, the wicket keeper. So many trophies and so many titles he has won. Similarly, like Rahul Dravid. So, if we will summarize it, the characteristics which you required for any of the leadership, either you can have a by birth, God gifted. If it is not there as a talent, then you have to work upon on attitude and the ability. But still, if you have a commitment to yourself, you can achieve any kind of characteristics which you want for your leadership. So let's to understand this more into the industrial prospects. We have taken one examples of the quality had in any of the manufacturing industry. So what kind of characteristics he required to become a leader as a quality head who can be the ideal for all the industry as well as for his industry. So there could be some soft and behavioral skills, there could be some technical and quality skills. So we have identified some soft and behavioral skills like communication, leadership, coaching and mentoring, decision making, conflict management, creativity, team building. So these all kind of soft and behavioral skills are required to become a leader as a quality order in any of the organization. Similarly, for technical and quality, there should be the skills which are required like problem solving, data analysis, product and process knowledge, quality management and CSR knowledge, quality core tools like SPC, MSA, control plan, FMEA, APQP and risk reliability management, customer and supplier management, digital quality and industry 4 management. So these are the 15 key skills which are identified as a characteristics for a leader as a quality head. So there could be a like we can do our self assessment also. Maybe like for each characteristics, the maximum level can be a 10. So what is the required level for my organization? Or what is the required level for the as a quality had for these characteristics? So we can define that. And then we have to judge that what is my current level. So there could be a several ways of judging this. We can get the inputs from our colleagues, we can get the inputs from our seniors, what they feel. We can get the inputs from our customers for ours, like soft and behavioral skills, technical and quality skills, and we can judge ourselves also. And based on the current skills, we can identify the gap. That what is the gap which is stopping me to become a leader as a quality head. So similarly, we have drawn some soft and behavioral skills and technical and quality skills for the production head. So there could be like different kind of soft and behavioral skill and the technical and quality skills required as a production head, like adaptability and the stress management. That is the difference with respect to the quality head. Similarly, for the technical and the quality part, if you will see like the PPC, line balancing, cycle time optimization, OE, TPM, asset management, cost reduction, lean manufacturing. So like this, there could be different kind of characteristics required for any kind of role which we are looking for as a leader. Okay, so this way you can define the characteristics which is required for your role. This way you can define the characteristics for the role which you are looking for, you want to be. If you want to be a production head, if you want to be a operation head, if you want to be a any position, if you want to be a not a industry expert, if you want to be a like a good trainer, if you want to be a like a good cricketer, you have to map all kind of characteristics which are required for particular that domain, and then you have to assess the current level, and then you have to identify the gaps. So now we have to understand what is the relationship between the leader and the members. So basically, what is the role of the leader? The leader has to give the instructions to all the members. As you know, wherever you are working, whenever you come to the office, what you do? You assign the jobs to your subordinates. You assign the jobs to your members. Means you are giving the instruction to the team members. So whenever you are giving the instructions, what they do, what members do, they execute those instructions, they implement those instructions, they take the actions whatever instruction is given by the leader. So means leader is giving the instruction and members are executing those instructions, means leader is getting supported by the members, means whatever tasks which are important need to be completed in his function, in his department, on his line or in his VSM, he is giving the instruction to his team members, and team members are completing all the task through the support to his leader. So this is the relationship between the members and the leaders. So if I am a good leader, then whatever instruction I will give to my team members, all instructions will be converted as 100% support. Means whatever instruction given, all instructions are completed 100%. It means whatever actions or activity which we decided need to be completed, those got completed through the members. So in that case, what is the more important things? That is the trust. If the leaders and the members are having a trust to each other, if members trust to the leaders, then they will understand, they will take all the instructions of the leaders very seriously, and they will try their best to execute those instructions into the support, means completion of those activities. So whatever level of percentage of trust they are having to each other, that defines your leadership. So leadership is a responsibility and authority. So you can say have a leadership if you have a support from the members. Sometimes people feels that they are very good leaders, but whatever team they are leading, whatever instructions they are giving to those team members, the conversion of the instructions into the action, that is 5%, 20%, 35%, 40%, not 100%. So that is a difference between the person who is leading the team, giving the instruction and getting the 100% support, and the person who is giving the instruction and getting only the 20%, 30%, 40% support. So it means The leadership quotient can be identified by the way the person is giving the instruction and he is getting the support. So if the conversion of your instruction is 100%, you can say you are a leader for particular that domain or that position or that line or that company. But if your instructions are not getting converted as 100% support, then you are not a perfect leaders. Then there is always a scope for the improvement. So we have to identify that what is our current level. So we can identify by the way which we have explained here. So there is a strong connection between the support and the instructions. So now we have to understand what members expect of you as a leader. Similarly, what we expect as our boss as a leader. These 5 points are very critical. So members are expect that treat members fairly. The leader has to treat members fairly. What are other things they expect? They recognize their work. If any leader is doing a good work, then it has to be recognized. If he is not doing the good work, then he has to be scolded. So both ways, the recognition has to be there. If we are scolding, it does not mean that we are letting him down. We are realizing him, we are supporting him so that he can grow. The third point is give them the goals. The without goals, we can't expect that they can convert the results. So we have to give them goals, educate them, and give them the responsibilities. So these are the 5 things which every members expect from the leader. So leadership should continue to educate themselves to meet the members' expectations. The required abilities for the leaders. So there is a 3 keys abilities which has to be there for a leaders. The first point is consistent words and actions. Means today you have instructed something and you asked to do something, and tomorrow you instructed something else and your actions are different. मीन्स जो हम कहते हैं वही हम करते हैं, और जो बार बार हम कहते हैं वही हम करते हैं. It's a consistent words and actions. Okay. The second point is the clear judgment. We should not have ambiguous judgment or confuse the members. Majority cases, if you will see, most of the leaders are having these 2 issues. Their consistent words and actions, they struggle. And the clear judgment, it's a major issues I have seen in most of the industries, in most of the leaders. They are not having a clear judgment. And exercise the initiatives. So if you feel that any task which is difficult for the members, we have to take the initiative and we have to try to do that task in front of the members. So that kind of initiative has to be there. So how to fostering of the members? So to fostering to the members, we have to give the advice to the members like attentive hearing. So whenever members are speaking, we should be very attentive. So what does it mean? It means that do not interrupt a speaker. Whenever member is speaking something, we should not interrupt him. We should not deny whatever he is speaking. First, we have to listen. We should not deny. Don't jump to the conclusion without confirming the fact. Whatever he is speaking, we should not jump to the conclusion. First, we have to verify the fact, then only we have to comment. And create an comfortable environment for a speaker. So, as a leader, we have to be very good listener through which we can foster our members. Promise for offering the advice. It is important to get the associates' true opinions. If we will not support them, if we will not allow them to speak and offering their advice, we are not going to get the true opinion from the associates. And that is converted as a good advice. It is necessary to give the concrete counter measures. Apart from this, whenever we are working on the soft laws, whenever we are interacting with our members, we have to be very attentive. We have to keep our antenna always on, so to catch the signals from the members and talk to them on the regular basis. How to catch the signals? So one stop working, so these are the signals which generally you can get from your members, like somebody suddenly stop working overtime on holidays. Earlier he was doing the overtime, earlier he was working on the holidays, but suddenly stop. The number of absenteeism without notice increases suddenly. The work speed gets slower. He is making a more mistakes. One talks different. An attitude to listen the changes. One doesn't make an appropriate eye contact. One responds to the different and so on. So these are the kind of signals which you can get during the having interaction with your members. So you have to be very careful while you are having interaction with the members. The individualized instructions. Every person is a different person. Every person is not the same. So whenever we are dealing, whenever we are treating, when we are communicating to any of the person, we have to understand first to the members. The member can be a different talent, he's a different level, he's a different religion, he's a different thought, he's having a different interest, he's having a different background, he's having different characteristics. So all these things has to be known to us about the members. So we cannot treat a same way to each and every members. So learn about the members and then provide individualized guidance. Fail to grow out of uniform instructions. Do not violate their privacy. Do not jump to the conclusion without checking the facts. Effective use of strength and personality. So leaders who focus only the members' shortcomings should reflect on their own attitude. Means these things has to be blacklisted. We have to focus on the strength. We have to focus on the strong points and the potential of the members and advise ways of instructions to bring out the best of their abilities. Members will be motivated and try to make up their own shortcomings and the weaknesses. So these are the white list. We should not focus on the shortcomings always for the members. The effective praising and scolding method. So sometimes we don't know that how we have to praise to the members, how we have to scold to the members. So there are the seven key points which are mentioned here. Like consider the level of each person and the time, place, and the occasion. Each person is having a different level. Some peoples don't have any issue if somebody called them in a group or maybe along with their friends or along with their colleagues. But some peoples don't like this. Some peoples got puzzled. So we have to understand the level of each person. Then scold only about the person's behavior, but not hurt his or her characters. Scold in a simple way. Long winding scolding is not effective, but only irritates the person. Scold about one thing at a time. Do not bring and jumbled. तूने पहले ये किया था, 10 दिन पहले ये किया था, 20 दिन पहले ये किया था, तू हमेशा ही ऐसा करता है. We should not do like this. Praise associates in front of others, but must not scold. किसी की प्रशंसा करनी है तो आप सभी साथियों के साथ करो. बट यदि किसी को डांट लगाना है तो कोशिश करो कि उसको अकेले. When you are upset, calm down before scolding. When you are upset, scolding becomes getting angry. So if you are upset due to any issue, then you have to wait, you have to calm down yourself. Then only you have to scold to the member. So good praising is a state good points clearly. Scolding is a put yourself in other person's position when scolding. Then only you can realize what he will be feeling. Whatever I am telling, whether it is right or wrong. So both praising and scolding should come from the care for others. Treat them with the love, respect without being swept away of your emotions. To make members observe the rules and the regulations, we have to demonstrate with the examples, the real examples. Like here, you can see we have demonstrated one examples that at company members are required to wear the safety glasses. But what happens that most of the employees or members says that we don't want to bear the glasses because there is no traces. There is no harm while working on the soft floor. Why we should wear the glasses? So we have to show them the actual examples. So if the people who are bearing the glasses, the people who are not bearing the glasses, the person who has bear the glass for 6 hours, 7 hours, we have to take out the glass and we have to see that how much dirt is accumulated on the paper. We have to show it to the all members. So if the glass will not be there, then all these dirts will go inside of your eyes. It will harm your eyes. So we have to give the real examples on the soft floor to the peoples whatever we expect from them to do. And we have to do these things till the time they are not getting satisfied. So we have to make members understand the reasons why it is required. And we have to explain at work site using the actual articles. To take the members observe the rules and the regulations, the point number two, do not tolerate a first offender against a rule. Whatever rules which we are defining, if we have defined the rules that everyone has to wear the glasses on the soft floor, then whenever you have made a rule, then from that day, from that time onwards, everyone has to follow the rule. If you found any first offender, do not allow him to make an evil hero. If you will allow him to become an evil hero, you will find the second, third, fourth offenders will be there. So whenever you find any first offender, you have to ask him, you have to guide him, you have to clear cut explain him why it's needed, and it should be okay as he is doing as well. Then others will feel like this. So give instructions to a violator repeatedly. Be persistent in giving the instruction until members give in and observe the rules and the regulations. So this is the today's summary about the leadership. What is your characteristics? We have to identify. Never stop trying to improve yourself. Members are always watching you. Action speaks louder than the words. Always treat them with love and respect. Work with them with love and respect without being swept away of your emotions. सो दोस्तों आई थिंक आप लोगों को लीडरशिप के बारे में मेंबर कौन होता है, मेंबर क्या होते हैं, लीडर्स किसको बोलते हैं, लीडरशिप डेवलप करने के लिए हमें अपने आप का असेसमेंट कैसे करना चाहिए एंड किन की करेक्टरिस्टिक्स की रिक्वायरमेंट है टू बिकम अ दैट लीडर, हाउ वी कैन आइडेंटिफाई, ये सारी चीज़ें आज हमने स्टैंडिंग सेशन में डिस्कस करी। आपको यदि कुछ भी समझ में ना आया हो तो आप मुझे चैट बॉक्स में लिख सकते हैं। वी विल ट्राई टू कवर ऑल दीज योर इनपुट्स इनटू द नेक्स्ट ट्रेनिंग सेशन। थैंक यू वेरी मच एंड हैव अ नाइस डे।